Yes, I know, I'm behind in content. It's been very busy at work, and I've been tired, but I'm going to make it up. The weather's going to be changing. I want to do some outside stuff. Um, the whole idea with this channel was to kind of take everyone along on my little journey of survivalism slash prepper life. Stacking it to the rafters, and no, I'm not going to show everything I have in my stores. I want to take you guys on the rides outside when we do some camping and outdoors stuff. I am part of a little survivalist group. Um, so we're going to start doing some training outside and not the militant type training. We're not going to be running around in guns. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's going to be some of that, but there's some newbies who have joined us. So we're going to start simple. We're going to learn shelter, fire, water purification, so on and so forth. And of course, we're going to talk about the basics of being prepared for when shit hits the fan. And sorry, this is a family channel. So I was coming out here to do a video on water purification and got a water test kit. Turns out it's not what I was looking for, but I'm going to do it anyway. Got a pond on the property. I was going to take some water out of that pond. I was going to run it through 2 or 3 different filters. I've got a membrane solution somewhere around here, a couple minis, and I was going to make my own water filter out of a 2-liter jug with charcoal, sand, grass, and all the other stuff I have written down. I have no memory, I'm old. But I kept getting kind of sidetracked on coming out here and doing a video because there's a lot going on. I didn't want this channel to go political, but the genre we're in, it's hard not to. Everyone's watching the debacle in Afghanistan. Everyone's blaming everybody else. They're saying it was done horribly. I have my own opinion, and my opinion may differ from some, but from the company I keep seems to be a similar opinion to a lot of other people, or most other people. So concerns I have are the U.S. government, Department of Defense, military, not me, I wasn't there. If they ever started an old man brigade for the military again, I would probably give it my best and try to get in. I'm not a veteran. I didn't serve. I would in a heartbeat because I consider myself a patriot. So we evacuated hundreds, over 100,000 people, I think was the number I looked at. Maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead and correct me. You will anyway. Photos of a lot of Afghan refugees seeking asylum. Concern one, how many of those are Taliban disguised as Afghan refugees seeking asylum in America to do horrible things? Because that's never happened before, right? I know they're in Europe, but what I'm understanding is they're going to start bringing them here and housing them throughout the country. So there you go. Concern two, the southern border is wide open. I have heard more than one report that only, God, I swore they said 60% 60% of the people coming across the southern border are Spanish. Central America, Mexico, whatever. So if only 60% are Spanish, Latin, Central American, what's the other 40%? Terrorists have come across that border more than once because, let's face it, the reality is this: Mexico is run by the cartels. They're top of the list, pretty high at the top of the list for drug trafficking. I want to say they're definitely at the top of the list, or top 2 or 3 for human trafficking. Take that as you will. So they're not going to stop terrorists going through to get through the southern border because it's an easy way in, and it gets them here. And I honestly believe there's sleeper cells. Will something happen? Gotta hope not. Can something happen? Could. Have your stuff in order. On top of that, the Taliban now has an air force. Of course, the numbers are ranging from $800 billion all the way down to $250 billion. The fact is, they don't want me to have an AR-15, but they're giving known terrorists, people that are self-admitted terrorists, a Black Hawk. They want to make me a domestic terrorist. Well, damn it, I want a Black Hawk. It seems to be the way they're going. Not going to happen. In fact, they're going out of their way to try to take my freedoms away. So, the chances that, where I live, the chances of that happen. No one's coming knocking on my door to collect my security items. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, we've got a very Second Amendment believing sheriff. I've personally messaged her and she's responded with worst case scenarios. And of course, there's a little bit of circle talk and vague answers, but basically female sheriff, and she's cool. All right, she responded to my instant message. Figure that out. And I'm nobody. She expressed very thoroughly that she's a supporter of the Second Amendment and doesn't want to revoke anyone's rights. Doesn't intend on allowing people's rights to be taken away. So, not my neighborhood. You city people, the Miamis, the Fort Lauderdales, the Jacksonvilles, Orlando, I believe that's where they're going first. I mean, I can already see even this door-to-door COVID inspiration that was supposed to happen, where they're going to come knock on your door and say, hey, you should really get this thing, and if you come with us, we'll take you to do it right now. That ain't happening in my neighborhood. But when they come, and I say when, if they come for firearms, they're going to knock on the wrong door. They're going to get the guy. They're going to get his firearms, and there's going to be bodies behind. But they're going to walk away from that. And I'm not saying my house. This isn't my house I'm talking about. There's that guy out there. They're going to knock on his door, and by the time the dust settles, they're going to walk away with a lot of wounds to lick and go, wow, that went really, really badly. We should rethink this. So, no, not my house. We're getting so much very selective information from the normal news medias, um, from social media. Of course, social media, you're only getting what they want you to get. God forbid someone comes out with some factual information of what's going on, that'll disappear. You got to watch it every day. Every once in a while, if you're watching every single day, you'll get that one little news blurb, and when you're halfway through the news blurb, it's going to disappear because, whoa, we can't have that out there. Mark Zuckerberg's going to make sure it disappears. So, we keep doing what we're doing. Keep stacking your food to the rafters. Make sure you have your security in order. Make sure you have your security in order. Know how to make a fire. Know how to process water. And know how to protect your family. Train. Get out there and train. There's so many places everywhere that you can get training. If you're a Second Amendment supporter and you have Second Amendment items, know how to use them and know how to use them proficiently. Ammo is probably going to disappear again. I'm not saying we're going to go to battle. I'm saying it's a strong possibility. There's a lot of insanity. I mean, there's a lot that's been said that hasn't come. We're not leaving anybody there. We're going to get everyone out of Afghanistan, and there's people there. There's kids, school kids, stuck there. And what are they doing? They're arming the Taliban. Arming the Taliban. And this insult of a vice president has the nerve. I don't care if she has a nervous tick or not. You don't giggle when you're talking about this. You don't. That's an insult to the American people, and we should all be pissed off about it. I am. So, get your affairs in order. Get your food stocks up. Get your security in order. Train. And not just with your security. Make sure you know how to make fire. If it gets bad, you may have to boil water. Jesus, if you have a hurricane, then Louisiana just got their ass kicked again. Then people got to boil water. If they can't make a fire from what they have around them without burning the damn house down, how are they going to purify water? So this is the stuff you need to know. And you need to get out there and do it. You know, having a bag full of items or shelf full of items doesn't mean you know how to use it. Can you make a fire when it's wet? What do you use for kindling? What do you have in your reach that will ignite quickly, easily? Where's your water source? You have a water source where you're at? And, okay, I know the hurricane that Ida just hit, and water sources isn't something they want to talk about right now because of flooding, but, yeah, what is it? 3 days without water? Yeah, after a day and a half, you're going to be useless, dude. I mean, let's face it. You're just not going that long without water. 3 weeks without food. Call me after 4 days. Let's go train after 4 days of not eating. See how you feel. You know, that's the important part. And so many people focus on security. Oh, well, you know, we got to have our super lightweight commando firearm thing and our super armor penetrating freedom seeds, and you can't eat that shit, dude. Can't eat it. You need to eat. You need to be able to drink water. You're not going to fight when you're hungry. So, and I'm not predicting. I'm not saying this is where it's come to. It's not coming to that, I hope. I'm not saying we're going to war. I'm saying the possibilities are out there. Pay attention. Open your freaking eyes and watch. Don't get stuck on the Clinton news networks mumbo jumbo with no factual information, and these people who are actually trying to interview circle round Jen or circle back Jen, and she does circle back, circle talk them with no real information. These extreme leftists who, when you ask them what they're doing about Afghanistan, they decide that instead they give you the recipe of their mashed potatoes and consider that an answer. And yes, okay, that's an extreme, but read between the lines. So, stack your food, stack your security, know how to use your equipment, get out there and use your equipment while you still can. And you're not doing it for your life depending on it. And one of the videos today's video was going to be on physical fitness because mine sucked. So I started doing something about it. And I'm sore. But I'm getting there. Nothing like telling people how to prep and then not being able to walk to the truck without getting winded. Now, it wasn't that point, but man, some days in the heat it felt like it. So anyway, what I want to do when the weather changes, gear change, plot twist, when the weather changes again, Florida. Today was a beautiful, overcast, cool day at 90 degrees. So when that weather does decide to give me a break, I got this really cool GoPro spin-off. I want to do some outdoor stuff. I said it before, I'm not a bushcrafter, but I want to go outside and do stuff in the woods. So if nothing else, it's going to be entertaining. We're all going to share some laughs at my foolishness, because that's probably what it's going to end up doing. But look forward to that when the weather changes. I'm going to try to do a video every week. Mrs. Grease Monkey has been on me daily. You want to do this channel, you better get out there and do a video. People are waiting for content. People are joining your channel. I'm going to, once a week, hear me sit out here and rattle on about my thoughts, whether they make sense or not. And we're going to get it done. We're going to make this channel do something. I want you guys to come along with me on my journey to learn to be more prepared and a better person. I'm not perfect. Mrs. Grease Monkey will tell you I ain't perfect. So I'm going to do my part and start making a video. I'm going to try to make a video once a week. Hopefully it's stuff that's actually interesting enough to keep you guys here. So throw me a thumbs up. If this is your first time, subscribe. And put in the comments how badly I'm doing and how I can improve. I got thick skin. The industry I work in, you have to, because we're all a bunch of jackasses out there. And so let me have it. I mean, if you're just flat out mean and trolling, delete. But I appreciate you guys tuning in for what you do, for what content, little bit of content I put out. So keep an eye on the horizon, and let's make the best of it.